Hi guys, this is Dr. Farjana. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Like always, it's such an honor to connect with you. Today I want to talk about in-law struggles and how to not get absorbed. In-law struggles and how to not get absorbed. Many individuals have in-law struggles and they let it consume them. They start falling into a narrative that they get stuck in. Some individuals talk about it all day, day in and day out. I've seen daughter-in-laws consumed by what occurred years ago with in-laws that live continents away. So what's the solution, right? How can you get unstuck, right? How can you get unstuck from this situation? So number one, remind yourself, don't fall into a narrative, right? Remind yourself that you aren't a character from a soap opera. Next, picture, engage in this visualization technique. When you're driving, you pass by all these trees, right? Picture this moment or these occurrences that you've had with your in-law, right? May it be your mother-in-law or sister-in-law, father-in-law, all of them, as trees passing by. It already passed, right? It already passed. So it literally passed. So don't recreate it because you're only recreating toxicity within you. Next, remind yourself occurrences occur, right, due to God's will, right? It occurs to teach you something. Right? So reminding yourself that, hey, this was God's decree, and I'm going to learn from it and move on. Next, ask yourself, is my fear taking over? So sometimes what we do is, the reality is different. However, we keep thinking about what might happen in the future. Like, oh no, she's going to come back. She's going to come and visit me. She might stay here for a month. And that fear takes over and ruins your current reality. So ask yourself, is my fear taking over? What is my current reality? Next, remember, hostility breeds hostility. So hostile thinking about hostile interactions only brings more hostility within you. It physically creates negative hormones in you, and it lowers your immunity. So being aware of that as well. Also, your children will feel the toxic energy. So you're out there protecting your child from everything in the world, but then you're exposing your child to toxic energy. So be aware of that as well. Next, ask, am I gossiping about my in-law problems excessively? Identify the dissension makers in your life. And then, what is a dissension maker? Person who creates dissension amongst people, right? Disturbances. So ask yourself, or just do a little assessment, like who is seeking information and gossiping back with me? Who is seeking information and gossiping back with me, feeding fire to the fuel, right? Knowing who those people are, and then distancing yourself from them. Next, make a pact with your spouse that you won't speak derogatively about each other's biological family, right? Just make a pact, like we just won't mention each other's biological families because it's a sore topic, right? It's a sensitive topic. Next, detach by going back to one of your main daily purposes in life, which is to let go of your little me and let go of others' little me. Let go of your little me, which is your ego, and let go of others' little me, their ego. Remember that and detach. Next, another visualization technique you can use is put the problem that you have had with your in-laws on the top of the earth. Pretend like you're sitting there and you're holding that problem in your hand and looking out into space. What ends up with doing with that technique is that it minimizes the importance of that interaction, right? It decreases the importance of it because you understand that, wow, in the vastness of this world and this and the grand plan of this world, of the universe, it doesn't really, it's minute, right? It's minute. Next, have a rule only to vent about a situation no more than 3 times with friends and or family. Have a rule only to vent about a situation no more than 3 times with friends and or family. If you need more processing, that can occur with a professional, right? There's a thin line. Remember, there's a thin line between venting and gossiping. So know when you get into that gossiping mode. Okay, remember, guys, dysfunction only breeds dysfunction. Hostility breeds more hostility. So be aware of that. Okay, and don't get stuck in any narrative. right? Don't get stuck. Don't make this one problem the story of your life. All right, guys, I hope this is helpful. Take care of yourself. You guys rock.